Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okie dokie, we're going to look at Trump's team and see what they found when they came over to the UK. We've got concerns about free speech in this country, which everybody should be worried about, to be fair. First of all, you'll hear of somebody on the news that has been arrested for a tweet or, speaking their mind. And eventually you're going to find out that it's somebody in your friendship group and indeed even your family. So that's how close it's coming towards us all. So why did Trump send his team over to the UK? Well, because he can see the people in the UK. I mean, we've been writing out letters to Trump's team saying, can you intervene? We're begging for change to happen. And actually, Trump said that much is had enough. So he's decided to send his team in and assess this, from the core. Did his team speak to any victims of this? Like, Lucy Connolly's family? Tommy Robinson's team? The poor guy. Oh, yeah, hang on then. So let's just ask, what do Trump's team, how do they see Lynn Connolly, is it? Lucy. Is it Lucy? Oh shit, we named guy, but so Lucy Connolly. What was found about her? Well, obviously, to try and change, like they don't agree. So Trump's team don't agree with the actual length of the sentence. It's like common sense, really. So they're not seeing the other people's point of views. They don't agree with what they've heard. What do Trump's team see about Tommy's situation? That obviously Tommy's been working over the years very hard to expose things. So with Lucy, it's like, come off it, 31 months when you're letting everybody else out. And then with Tommy, it's like, well, he's been persecuted because it's only it's not what he's done. He hasn't hit somebody or anything. What he's done is he's exposed things, so he's been targeted for that. What about the person that died? How, the man who committed suicide? How did they see that? Unfortunately, they haven't got involved with that, so they're sticking with the living. Only because they've only had a short amount of time to kind of assess everything. So they're not looking into that. He's already passed. So they met with the foreign secretary or foreign whoever it was, How do Trump's team feel like that went with meetings with our government? Yeah, that they've got their point across, and also that they've offered, guidance as well, shining a light, So they probably thought that was quite positive. And it would be, because if you've got Trump's team coming over to you, and you're the foreign secretary or Secretary of State or whatever it is, you know, they've got some answers. They've got some answers. If I was the Foreign Secretary and I was sat there having a meeting with these guys, they obviously see it from a different point of view that we do. And obviously they have more information as well. So like you know, the guidance on rules and laws and this, that and the other. Well, we was following the law. You know, a new law that you brought in just to shut people up. But we was following the law. How does the team itself feel about, you know, the UK and this free speech issue? Is it an issue for them? Absolutely. You know, it's going to be discussed at a higher level as well. Trump will say more on this when he, you know, gets all the findings back. He will look at it again. How will Trump feel about this? Yeah, he'll speak out. You know, he'll speak out. I think he wants to talk to somebody, maybe even Starmer. And we've got battles to be won. So Trump will do it in a way that is different to how we would normally come out, you know, and take the piss out of Starmer or, you know. But I think he will say something, and it's quite worrying. As well, he'll say he's quite, you know, more than concerned here. And that Starmer, he'll bring up the fact that Starmer openly lied to him, saying free speech wasn't an issue. How does Keir Starmer feel about Trump's team coming in? Didn't like it at all. Doesn't like it. Doesn't like Trump, you know. In fact, I think, you know, his team may have asked even to meet with Starmer, and it's been a no, an absolute no. Okay, so pending these results, what action will Trump take against our government? He's going to say, you know, you've done this, you've caused it. You're to blame. I also feel like, you know, not that Keir Starmer cares, but, you know, there could be sanctions on our country as well. How will the, you know, Labour Party feel as a whole regarding free speech matters? Well, they're already in uproar with so many things here as well. I think with Lucy Connolly, they've tried, some of them have tried to highlight this in the House of Commons. I mean, it's just a joke. It's just a bloody joke. I've never seen anything like it in my life at all. I mean, you couldn't even just imagine this 10, 20 years ago. Will Trump tell the world that the UK is not a safe haven or safe place anymore? So right he will. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a gift that keeps on giving. The only people that want to know and live or be in the UK are crooks, rapists, child molesters and everything else. What will happen to Keir Starmer as a result of this? He shouldn't be the laughing stock, okay? He should be arrested. Yeah, Keir Starmer ain't bothered. Knows his days are numbered anyway. He's just pushing through. So have you heard the latest? Nurses and doctors are now to be given the powers to arrest people, especially where mental health is concerned, so that they don't have to have the police coming out all the time. Have you heard anything so ridiculous in your life? I mean, I have been funny, the NHS anyway, and the medicals thing, it's all gone to the dogs over here. So they're making mistakes day in, day out, and it's as if it's routine, Oh, I'm sorry I nearly killed you, Sorry we didn't get back to you and you nearly died. Sorry. And now they're going to be able to arrest you as well. So they're a copper and a surgeon all in the same go. I don't think that works somehow, do you? They can't cope with the roles that they've got, never mind the law enforcement neither. Will that bill that I've just talked about, universe, will that be pushed through? Well, a lot of people are disagreeing with it. So you'll have the NHS unions, the doctors, surgeons, unions, there'll be a lot of people saying this cannot absolutely not happen. But it's not totally thrown out. What positive changes regarding free speech will Trump and his team bring to the UK? Well, we're accepting everything, okay? We've got that much coming at us, money, struggles, the police, the violence as well, the increase in violence, the fact that you can have your own house burgled and no one will even show up. It's going to take us a long while to think that things are getting better. We're asking for help. We've been asking Trump and his team for help. A lot of people have, Marco Rubio, is it? They've gone to him as well. I don't know if this is legal at all, but a thought did occur to me last night. Could the UK come under America? Yes or no? We would love that. We would love that. I sometimes wonder if there's an agenda here. Does President Trump want the UK as part of America? Yes or no? I'm getting obsession. I know he does like the UK. Well, actually, no, he likes the Queen, and he likes William, and he likes Catherine. It wouldn't be way off down the line for me to think that, somehow we would come under Trump in the future. if we could be afforded the protections. Would the UK go for it? You know, would they go for it? And it doesn't matter at this point in time whether this is achievable or not. What matters is the future. We never know how we arrive at something. Would the UK be willing to give up sovereignty and go under Trump? I think this has kind of been discussed. I mean, we're all saying, oh, we need a Trump over here and a Doge as well. You know, when you want to cut your cloth accordingly, then you don't go out and give Chagos Islands away with God knows how many billions of pounds per year that we would pay for that privilege. When you cut your cloth with the government, I would advise that they go through all the expenses these GITS claims. You know, start off in your own kitchen first, so get your own kitchen sorted before you start telling others. So I would go through all the councils as well. I mean, it's just reckless the amount of money that these councils hemorrhage, and they're now facing bankruptcy. I mean, how bad is that? You know, and you'll get a lot of stupid money wasting as well. So I would definitely start with, you know, the government cutting their own cloths first and doing their own waste and abuse of stuff. And it's like it hits everywhere, you know. Lots of fraud and waste abuse in the NHS, in our councils, in our schools, in our universities, in our bloody manufacturing, in our food supplies, you know. I would start it in them. And I would also as well like bring in, you know, rules saying you can't charge more than this for a certain item, especially where food is concerned. I mean, I won't go on about it, but, you know, £7.50 for a jar of Nescafe in the UK, when it used to be, I don't know, £1.39, I suppose. And now what you're doing is you can't have Nescafe anymore because you can't afford it. So now you're drinking cheap shit coffee, and why bother drinking cheap shit coffee at all, you know? Get something else down your neck. It's just a waste. That's how they're forcing you. It's not just with coffee, it's everything else as well, but you see, if Trump came and tried to step in and really sort us out and help us, okay, then the rest of the world had just accused Trump of, you know, grabbing the UK, bullying the UK, you know, like they make out that the Trump's bullying all the world leaders into submission over stuff. Well, you should have thought about that before you got yourself into that position. Don't give anybody, you know, room to negotiate or hold stuff over you. And it's not just Starmer and his party that have done this, because you had the Tories beforehand as well. You know, I'd say in the last 10 years, things have really started to... It was small change at first, and now it's big change. And how do we feel about it? Of course we would. Compared to the past, we'd do anything. I think we'd go to Saddam Hussein if he was still alive. Is he still alive? I don't know. You know, I think any other dictator would look fantastic compared to the ones we've got. I mean, we've just gone so far back. The amount of people, you see, I'm A, privileged, and B, I'm out of the loop of it all because I don't live in a town centre. I don't live in the city or on estates or, you know, areas where a lot of crime and everything is happening. So I don't see it. I barely go out the front door. So I just don't see it. I don't witness it. In fact, that was the conversation I had with my father this morning. And we always have a little chit chat, like, and I said, we was talking, and he said, "You're lucky where you are. You're lucky." Afraid to go out at night, afraid to walk down the end of your street because there's a gang of them. You know, you just don't know what's what, do you? And they all have knives and everything. On a night out, you wouldn't want to go on a night out where I am, because oh my God, you could get stabbed, knife, glassed, or whatever. These people do not care. They don't care if they scar your face for life or kill you. Well, how would this come about then? You know, the UK being under the American umbrella, part of America. How would it work? Well, we'd have to think that things was far worse than they are. And what does it take to think that? Well, sometimes it's not personal experience, you know. It's other people's experience and views. So I think other people would try and persuade us, you know, slowly but surely. And I was one of the first as well to say, you know, I said before Trump was in power, we need a Trump. We need a Trump. We need an Elon Musk. You know, we need them. So how would they do this? By making things out to be worse than they are, that they're going to get worse than they are. Has Keir Starmer ever had discussions with America about becoming under them, becoming part of America? Don't mind, don't mind. Call the doctor. Coming under America. Has Keir Starmer ever had a conversation? I would say so. But I'm not sure it's with Trump at all. Call a doctor, you can't frigging get one. Well, I don't know about you ladies and gents, but, you know, I remember when, and I mean, it's not happening now, but when I was a youngster, our doctors knew us from birth. They practically delivered us, you know, or they knew us all the way through our childhood and into adult life, you know. I think all my family relatives, dads, uncles, grandmothers, they was all known, you know, they all had a family doctor that knew you. Well, it's not like that now. And you're in and out, you got 3 minutes and that's it, you're out. I think this would make Starmer ill if he thought that the UK was going to want to willingly go with America, because we wouldn't have a Prime Minister anymore. I don't even know if we'd have a King and Queen. can it be, is it a realistic expectation that one day the UK will come under the control of America? Things have to get worse before they get better. And then it's like, I don't know whether this is a bit of a plan, okay, you know, for a one world government. I just see lots of people going to jail, lots of people with mental health issues, you know, many people unable to cope. We would be begging for Trump to take us. Will this happen? Is this what we're leading towards? Will this happen? Will it happen? Well, I think so. But I think what you need is another Prime Minister. So after Rayner, we get a young male, and maybe he's more presentable, or has been even ushered into place to make this move. Like I say, I don't know how it could happen. I'm not bothered about the legal things, or, you know, oh, this has to happen, that can't happen, this, you know, at the end of the day, this can happen. Anything in the world can happen. We can have a nuclear bomb dropped on us tomorrow. It's there, it's ready, it can happen. And a lot of people I speak to increasingly are all saying, you know, I wish we had a Trump here. I wish we had a Doge here. You know, they're all saying the same thing. And people are saying it louder and louder, and more of them. Increasingly, more people are thinking, you know, that America is the way to go. Look how many people, you know, want to go and live there anyway from the UK. Look at how many people have gone. Look at the American businesses as well. You know, none of them want to touch the UK with a barge pole right now. So let's have a look then. Will it happen? Will it happen? Will the UK come under the US? Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, you know, this is something that's starting now and working into the future. Now, if we say now, it's not now. This has been this will have been talked in dark corridors for years. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, okay, but what I'm saying is it is an option, and we will be closer than ever with the United States as well. And I think we'll be very, very grateful to them. I mean, you know, giving us something back that we already had, free speech. How long do you think it would take, Universe, before we come under the US? It's coming. It's coming, okay? It's almost been on its way. It's like, you know, the horse has bolted, so to speak. Great change, transformation. You know, we've had enough of the old. We want the new beginning. We're ready for a new beginning, a new way of doing things. And right now, well, if Trump said to me, we'll take over, we'll sort your groceries out, we'll sort your electrics, we'll give you the energy, we'll get your jobs in place, we'll, you know, repair freedom of speech, you know, give you the First Amendment as well. And send all these criminals back to the country where they belong. Oh, I think we would snap his hands off, don't you? We'd bite his hands off for this to happen. And this just makes me wonder if it's all intentional. Are we heading towards a one world? No, a one world. A one government. Are we heading towards a one government world? So I get by intention, not by design, by intention. So I kind of feel like that might be the way naturally it occurs, you know, given our circumstances. I'm not seeing anything untoward here. Why is our government putting us in such a bad light? No. Why are the government doing all the things that I just said we'd bite Trump's hand off for? I kind of think a religion is involved here. They don't want to help you at all. They want to make life as difficult as possible. I don't know. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay then, so what's the outcome then for us, okay, regarding Trump? Some maybe will think Trump's unreliable. Is that right? Will the English feel like Trump's not sincere? Well, we will, only because it's a delay and it's not coming in fast enough, okay? Like I say, it has to get so much worse for us that we will be begging for him to come in and take us over. Would Trump, you know, what would life be like for us under Trump? Great. Absolutely great. From education, that would be repaired, to being a student, that would be repaired with the universities pushing all this left, right, middle business. Focusing on young people, bringing them out, loads of job opportunities, you know, rewarding hard work. That's what it is, rewarding hard work. Also, I see the army, that would be replenished. I think our financial situations would become stable and we would be better off as well. I mean, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? I'd sooner have Trump ruling me than Starmer or any other of the other parties as well. Nigel Farage, bullshit. What's the other one? I don't know. The only two people I did like and who talk any sense is Rupert Lowe and Ben Habib. What would happen to the monarchy though if, you know, this is hypothetical by the way, what would happen to the monarchy if we chose to be ruled under Trump? Trump does like the royal family, so that would have to be worked out. I think he wouldn't bother the royal family until like things have been sorted, you know, absolutely sorted, and it can take years. For some reason, I kind of feel like we're going to be pushed towards Americans. And if America says, oh, you can all come and stay here, then why can't you just, you know, instead of us all flying over there, which is, you know, I can't do because I've got my grandchildren that I look after, you know, my kids depend on us to be able to work, you know, and things like that, and their jobs and everything. They're all, you know, we're all tied in, especially where family is concerned as well. So we can't go to Trump, but Trump could come to us. And I know that sounds like out of the world 14 times, but I think it could be a possibility. Trump's only got 4 years in. I hope he gets another 4. I mean, I know the guy, you know, at this rate, I don't ever want him to die and to be immortal. But, you know, under Trump, what he's doing is he's teaching 20 people to be him, which is, you know, good. Well, that's all I can say then. That's all I can say. But the you know, Trump coming over here, well, it don't have to be our president even, you know, but I would be more than happy. I would be more than happy, and because I like what they're doing. I like I can see it. It's all transparent as well, you know. Trump's training 20 people to do his job when he goes, so he's not loading it up, sat on his ass, you know, drinking cocktails and robbing the people of America and not caring, you know. I mean, they've got a right big drugs problem as well, you know, and I'm pleased to see that, you know, they're trying to do that. I mean, they're going for the big companies, the farmers, the COVID vaccines that have killed people, you know. It's the wrongs are starting to be tried to be put right. What do our government, last card, what do our government fear the most about Trump? Yeah, that they'll lose the power. They'll lose the power. Losing more than you gain. So it's like, well, what they've got now, they would risk losing. The fear losing control as well. What happened to do a hard day's work for you know, a good day's pay? Yeah, so they fear Trump could oust that government, that we wouldn't have a government, that we would instead have not a prime minister, a president even. Now, maybe you could tell me in the comments if there are any other countries with a king and queen and a president. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. I'm not sure if Colombia was one of them, or, you know, where the 43% Nigerian went. Don't get me started on her. She'll be next. Okay, guys, that's it from me. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye now. Bye-bye.